Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing weekly contest 406. So the last weekly contest was a big bummer, so hopefully this time they ensure that the quality of their problems, most importantly their constraints, the points they assign to the harder questions more accurately reflect the problem itself. So we will see. Okay, so I'm just gonna read. I should read both versions to see if any of the constraints differ. So I'm very happy to see that LeetCode decide to take their loading screens a bit more serious at least, so that it doesn't take forever to load. Swapping, same parity at most once. So you just don't you just do wait. So I guess you do once for odd. Return S. So we do like so if you get the smallest one. Okay, so let's just um what do we want to swap this? And for multiple candidates, um, there might be a simpler way to do this, but do the same thing for even. And I'm gonna really watch myself to What the frick? So I do odd. Okay, screw it. Let's just. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, so this doesn't work. Okay. I missed one detail, so now I have to implement from scratch again. So, so if D is odd, then wait, I'm tripping. Wait, I'm literally tripping. What the heck? What the heck? They actually brought back linked list. Return a header from all the nodes with that value in nodes. Let's see if I remember how to do a linked list. So, um, okay, actually, there do return answer next. Head, so, while cursor, if is the count value, let's see if we call it val, then I will simply do okay per next. So if, then I can simply do let's say cursor next. So I'll say breadth is equal to cur. Then I can do breadth next is equal to next. So if I remove else equals next. 4 5 2 2 2 1 2 3 4. Okay. So what are the constraints? So 20 and 25. Any discrepancies in the description? Looks like not. Given that is not yet performed on the following cuts. Okay. I see. Oh, I can't DP this exactly. Can I perhaps do a merge DP? But wouldn't that be too slow? Like maybe do something along the lines of divide and conquer? But what's the time complexity of that? Because that's basically interval DP. Oh, so that would be cubic. Right. Hmm. Okay. Right. So if we consider any right, because we don't have time to consider all possible configurations for DP. So we can't do that. Okay, so you make a cut on this is actually kind of insane. How the frick are people getting 12 points already? Okay, so I guess it looks like this problem will be pretty dang hard. So I'm gonna solve Q3 for now. So I do have a DP solution in mind for Q3. Okay. Okay, so how do we DP this? So then it gets returned DP. I guess the easiest way to do this would be um okay. something like this is very straightforward. So 3 minus 1, 2. Oh, so this should be k and j, k minus ij. So then this would be j. So this I and k, I and k minus. Yeah, so this should be I minus k. I, k, I, j minus k. This should be b. We'll just see how this goes. So with this first test case, okay, so if I is equal 1, how about this? Yeah, so it's n and m, and then we have okay, I'm gonna need a debugger for this. So let's ah, there's for okay, so minimum cost k is 1 and 1 and 2. 1 times 2, so then, right. So this should be k minus 1, actually. So this output is, for some reason I'm getting a lower answer than I should. I'm getting 15 here, so why am I getting 9 here? Oh, they do it that way? Oh, well. Yeah, if they do it that way, that makes it easier but harder at the same time. Because can't you just, isn't it just a sum? Oh, okay, I see. So it's like, so this DP works, but so that's like a 4D DP almost. Wait, this is just simply greedy, no? Wait. So with a cut, you basically decide how many times you kind of, so you do have to make every cut, but it's how many times you do it. And since everything applies across the entirety of the cake, okay, so when you make a cut in one direction, you increase the number of cuts in all other directions by one. So a lot of people got, what the? No. I'm getting so cooked, bro. This is, I'm actually seriously considering switching to code forces full time because this is not. I've never seen someone solve all four questions in 3 minutes, so the odds of cheating is kind of high in my opinion. But okay, let's try to figure this out. Regardless, I think this is a good problem. So okay, let's try to get Q3 working first. Okay, so I1 I3 plus 1 J1 J2 plus self I3 plus 1 I2 J1 J2 plus A of I3, something like this. Okay, so then Again, apply the corresponding logic for this. I'm actually amazed on how well. Okay, let's see if this gives the right outputs. Runtime error. Yeah, because doesn't seem quite realistic to me. What is the exception, bro? This is too high of a. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have 13, 15. Okay, well, at least I got that working. It's this version. Okay, so now for this, we throw the entire DP idea away. But I did it so that my ranking isn't that bad. So we obviously want the lost operation is going to be done in so last operation is going to be done in whatever other dimension is minus 1 times. So we need to pick the minimum value for that. Okay, so let's do this again for Q4. Let's not do the DP. And no, I don't think the indices matter. So we can just kind of do this. Except our return type is long long. Okay, so we do this two-pointer thing. I think this is just an induction test. So answer plus equal to um so this will give us part of the answer, I would like to believe. Dang it. Well, actually, that's technically. I think this is the correct. Okay. So have. Let's see what went up. Oh, I think what I'm supposed to do here is do this. CO1 minus CO2. And then, oh, yeah, so this is B of J, CNT of 1. 13. So actually, I hope this works. So, okay, so I don't have to worry about integer workflow. GG's. Alright, so I'll go over the problems. I did have one penalty from kind of overcomplicating Q1, but let's not talk about that. So I'll go over them. So this one, what you can basically do, I forgot it's adjacent. For some reason, I did see this word, but I did not really register in my brain. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of a literal explanation, but yeah, you just check adjacent digits. If they have the same parity, which I just used this trick, so you can check if any number is odd with an and one sign because it always have that one bit on. So if they have the same parity and the first digit is bigger, then just swap it. That's the best you can do. This is because lexicographical order, it matters. Like it checks from left to right. So it's better to have something small on the left than something small on the right. So in that sense, as soon as we find this condition, we just swap it. Now this one is a linked list manipulation. I had a little neat trick with a dummy node. So it makes things a little bit cleaner, but essentially you only keep track of the current pointer and the previous pointer. So if we start at 1, right, I kind of have the previous pointer to something I create myself. That way I don't have to do any special handling on if the current node is head and stuff like that. So I just do a hash table to see which number exists in nums. So if the current value is in the hash table, that means I have to remove it. Then I basically just remove the current by setting previous pointing directly to next node. Otherwise, I just continue on. And I just have to be really careful about how I keep track of prev and cur. But that's pretty much it. Now, for this one, I did not finalize my thought process for this induction idea for Q4. So what I did was a 4D DP. So you can basically realize that you have at most 22 power 4 states, which is not that big. So you can just do DP over it and can try all possible cuts. So that's your DP solution. Now for this one, the idea is that, so I'm gonna have to probably go to Excalibur. Excalibur to explain this better. Also, why is my computer heating up? Holy frick, I was like, why is this so hot? But, yes, I know. So, if you imagine a cake like this, right, it basically has, I know I'm not drawing exactly the straightest line. So the idea is, if you look at the very last operation, right, so let's say you cut it so far like this, and this red is your last operation. What you may notice is that you have all these cuts from the other side. So you're contributing. So if this is m is equal to 4 and n is equal to 5. So you're pretty much contributing So let me make some random cost. So the idea is the very last operation, you have all these cuts from the horizontal side, so that means you have to repeat this cut for some amount of time. Now, being the last operation, you're gonna have to do this the most amount of times. Specifically, you have to do it 1 times 4. Sorry, 1 times 5 times. So this 5 is your 1 times n, which is equal to 1 times 5. So if you know this is the last operation you do, then you probably want to minimize this number, because that's going to be the thing you repeat the most. So again, if you pick 2, then you pretty much add 2 times 5 to the cost, which is 10, which is more than just 5. So you basically try to undo the operation. You're trying to think about this problem backwards and see what kind of property you can take advantage. And same thing apply here. You want to minimize. So okay, before I go to this cost. So after we undo this operation, right? We figure out how much this operation cost being the very last, and then we pretend we did not do this operation. So what happens when we don't do this operation? Well, this line doesn't exist, right? So what that means is, if you were to go to this cost, then it becomes 1 times m minus 1, right? 3 times right here. So in this sense, you always try to minimize the number that does the most operations. So then you undo this operation and then see what happens. You remove this cut, right? And then same process here. Now you look at this 2 because it's the lowest cost of all. And see, you only have to do 2 times m minus 1, which is basically 2 times 4, and so forth. So yeah, so this is a greedy strategy, and if you want a formal proof on why this works, I cannot give it to you, but I hope I convinced you enough that it's correct. Because what happens is, if you look at the very first operation, right? Just the very first operation. So again, by the order that we go from least to highest cost, our first operation ends up being the most expensive, and it's supposed to be this one. So you can convince yourself, well, doing cut of 6 you can convince yourself that having cost of 6 being a first operation, that means you only need to do it once, is better than doing the operation on 5. Because then what this means is 6, if you do cost of 6, you might have to do it more than once. So you got lucky with 5 being first, but then 6, it might be more than 1. Like, might be greater than 1. So Of course, we don't want to risk this. So this is a guarantee we give ourselves. So yeah. I hope this kind of explains it well. I'm really trying to explain all my thought process because this is mostly about induction. So if you can prove things by induction, then this will be straightforward. But otherwise, I recommend proving by induction. And then I also gave you a contradiction why you should pick 6 as first operation rather than 5. But yeah, GG's.